again, every single time they sit there and they talk about what they're using over there, it's our stuff that's like 3 generations back.
Well,
So for
we're
those
also
who,
looking to retire the A1, the A10,
yeah, I know,
we're keeping it around until 2030, I think,
The
and then letting
flying
that take
boomer.
over.
the A-10 is an amazing plane.
It
I
truly
I
is.
am opposed to them retiring the
I
A-10
think
just because.
I
we
would.
should just commission a new
Yeah,
fleet of them,
we need an
brand
A-15.
spanking new.
There just isn't something that quite adequately fills its role.
Well, I
Well, so the Air
think
Force.
that new A10s would fill the role
That's
perfectly.
not entirely correct, right? Like, so the Air Force wants to use fast strike planes because they don't want pilots to go down. But the A-10 is it's a psychological reinforcer, and it's a psychological
Yeah,
terror. Everybody knows what that cannon sounds like when
everyone
it
knows
goes
what
up.
the Burt is, man.
The Air Force and the Navy want to switch to fast strike fighter
Of
jets
course they do.
because they're pretty close. Like it keeps them mobile. They're in, they're out, less risk to their pilots and their equipment. Um,
Yeah,
the
not flying
Army
the
wants to
broadside of
keep
a barn at 70 miles
right,
an hour in the sky.
right, exactly. So the Army wants to keep the A-10 because the A-10 is a huge like reinforcement morale booster when it shows up. It has earned like it was only supposed to be. I think it was a 10-year plane to cover like a specific gap
Oh
before
yeah,
Yeah, it was a gap plane.
yeah.
it was a
The
gap plane,
Fulgur
and
gap.
like
I
it
mean, I
did
think
that
as a matter of fact,
so well.
it was made for a specific military maneuver,
Yeah,
and
and it did it
they
so
made
well that
such
it
a
was like
yeah.
we're not going to get rid of it. So it's not like it's tough because it's done its job very well. Now, I do believe that the fighter jet suites, are better probably than the A-10 at its job, right? But at the same time, I agree with Craig that the smarter choice is probably to make a new A-10, just because the airframe, like I am sure that they could maintain. We're moving back towards guns, right? We're moving back towards high rate of
Yeah,
fire, large spread guns.
we can
Overall,
literally put a drone pilot inside an A10 at this point. I'm pretty
oh
damn
yeah,
sure
yeah.
of that.
Like if they turned around and they switched it to a drone, that would be great.
A few of them to test it out, and then
Yep.
build out a new fleet of them with that set in there. And then we can switch it out. If you want to put human pilots in for some delicate operation, go for it.
Yep.
But the A10 is basically a gun with an airframe squeezed around it.
Yep.
It's really not that expensive of a device.
Mhm.
It's not that complex of a device either. You fly it in, it shoots at shit and shreds it and leaves.